Hello everybody, I'm the founder and welcome to my video. In this game you'll be watching some gun game on Radiation for Black Ops. Why? Because I don't know why. I just felt like playing some gun game. So in the video I want to talk about Black Ops 2. As I'm sure most of you know, Treyarch and Activision have released the official Black Ops 2 trailer recently. And when I first saw it, I didn't actually see it on the official Call of Duty YouTube channel. I saw it on like a secondary, some random guy's YouTube channel. And because it wasn't like the whole official trailer thing, I was like, there's no way this is real. This guy would just like made it up or whatever. And I was like, although this is pretty high quality for a made up trailer. And then I was like, okay, I don't really believe it at all. I didn't think that Call of Duty would do that kind of game, but I was like, that was a little too high definition for somebody who's not part of an actual production team. So I went to the Call of Duty channel to check it out, and on their official channel I saw the exact same trailer, and I was like, okay. So once I realized it was legit, my first thought was that it looked incredibly stupid for a couple of reasons. One, Frank Woods is still alive. I don't get that. At the end of Black Ops, you know, you were in that whole fight with the Russian dude. He gets into the fight with the Russian dude, stabs him in the back. Russian dude pulls a grenade, and he's like, "You will die with me." And then, you know, they dive out the window and bam, fire explosion. And you're all like, "Woods!" Yeah, and all that, you know. He would be dead. You cannot survive that. You do not get the crap beat out of you, drop 10 feet onto a very, very hard floor, and then get blown up and just walk away. It doesn't happen. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. The other thing that annoyed me is that, like, 2025? Really? You're naming the game Black Ops 2, which I would assume makes it a sequel to the original Black Ops. When you go from Nam to 2025, that's a pretty big jump for a sequel, don't you think? And, you know, futuristic warfare is not exactly Call of Duty's era anyways. But then again, I guess I can understand why that era was chosen, because, you know, really, they've exhausted all other options when you think about it. If you go to World War II, everybody's going to call you unoriginal. World War II has been done way, way too many times. And you can't go back to the Cold War and Nam, because they just went so far out of the actual history of that they don't have anywhere to go. I mean, I understand that it's a video game and all, but I would still like some historical validity to the game when you're doing like the Cold War or something that's actually legitimate. But then they also can't do modern warfare because, you know, that's Infinity Ward's zone era, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, now that I think about it, the idea of a near futuristic Call of Duty has kind of grown on me, because they didn't go like Halo futuristic, but it's hard to tell what the game's going to be like right now. I mean, obviously you're not going to like look at the first trailer that they send out and be like, I know exactly how this game plays out and everything. But, you know, a lot of people are making judgments about it. A lot of my friends that I've talked to have already said they're not buying the game just because it has the Call of Duty brand name to it, which I kind of disagree with, but I actually think all of them will end up buying it in the end just to see what it's like. This happened with Modern Warfare 3 too. Everybody was like, oh, Modern Warfare 3 is going to suck. I'm not going to buy it. And then, you know, like come December or whatever, they didn't buy it on release day, but come like December or January, they're like, yeah, I'm going to go get Modern Warfare 3 now. And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. But it's kind of hard to tell what the game is going to play out to be, though. Like, even without knowing many of the specifics, I just don't exactly understand what the main concept is. I mean, you think about it, in the trailer it's like, okay, so are they fighting robots, or are they fighting terrorists with robots, or are they fighting another country? And it's really unclear what the main conflict is. And I guess that's kind of expected from the first trailer. You know, all Call of Duty first trailers have been like that for the past little bit now. They've all been like real kind of confusing, not really confusing, but like unclear. It's not really telling you what exactly the game's going to be like. But based on what I saw in that trailer, even though it was a campaign-based trailer, I still think that I could get some multiplayer information out of it. And I don't think, even though it is set in the future, I don't think that that's actually going to change how multiplayer plays out in this game, because what, like, you could tell that the guys, the humans who had weapons, most of their weapons were, you know, pretty similar to what you're using in Modern Warfare 3. So I think then at that point it just comes down to map design and perks and that kind of stuff. How the game's going to play out. They're not going to have like Halo armor and take a entire clip of the assault rifle to kill somebody. But the only thing that I noticed could probably be a bigger change is the assault rifles, or sorry, not the assault rifles, the vehicles. The vehicles, they're including vehicles now, and I guess that might change things up a bit. Although I'm most excited to see what they'll do about zombies, because there are still a few loose strings in the storyline, so I guess we'll have to wait till November 13th to see that. Looks, we're at the end of the video, guys, so rate, comment, subscribe if you like my videos, and I'll see you next time.